What is going on, guys? This is Zach Miller here again from Miller Media, and today we're starting a new series on the channel. Today we are going to start our indie development series. So I've been in contact on Twitter with a whole lot of indie developers. You guys are so nice. I've had nothing but good feedback from everybody. Indie devs are probably some of the nicest people I've ever been in contact with. So basically what I did, and this was just me trying to be proactive, I went out on Twitter and I went and found as many indie developers as I could. Basically just sent them a quick message saying, hey, I'm Zach, I'm from Miller Media, I have a small YouTube channel and I want to add some new series to my channel. Mainly I do AAA titles and I want to start getting into the indie development area of reviews, because I mean, guys, they work just as hard if not harder than these AAA guys, because these AAA guys have teams of hundreds of people all working on one tiny aspect of a game. These indie developers make just as good of games with 3 or 4 people. So basically what I did, I got in contact with everybody. And I got quite a few responses back. Most of them were either in the development or alpha stages, so they didn't really have anything for me to take a look at. But I did get a few replies back and got some beta testing copies, and some of them were already out on the marketplace, but they deserve the attention just as much as ones that haven't put one out yet. So I got a few copies of some games, and I'm going to be shooting some reviews for them, and we're going to try to maybe make it a twice a week thing at the beginning, just because I'm going to have so many more, and then after that, after a couple weeks of that, we're going to try and do it maybe once a week. So the first people, and I have some notes here because some of these guys I don't remember all, and sorry to you, the developers, I just can't remember all of your guys' names. So the first one that I did, and I'm going to do some gameplay footage as long as it's okay with the developer. Most of them say that's perfectly fine. And while I'm talking about the game, I'm probably going to, superimpose some video over top of me, or maybe do like a picture-in-picture, like up here in this area, and do some gameplay footage. So the first one that I got in contact with was someone, or a group of developers from the Netherlands, from Excamedia, Excamedia. And so they were nice enough to send me a very early beta version of their game. I don't think it actually has a full title yet, but it is going to be on the Vita, is what they tell me. And let's see here. The guy that I was in contact with, his name is Martin, M-A-A-R-T-E-N, and he's the game designer. The audio from the game is going to be from, it's K-A-M, and here, I'm going to, so that I can actually look at the camera, K-A-M-I-S-A Chief, C-H-I-E-F, and Audio Solutions and the Spin Wires. It is what I played of it, they sent me one level. It is a 3D side scroller almost. So basically what you have is, I'm trying to think of something to compare it to maybe. I don't know if you guys know like the Wipeout show with the game where like they have like a almost like a scene that they're running across, and there's different obstacles and things that are trying to get them and things like that. It's kind of what it reminds me of, but it is a side scroller and it's 3-dimensional, meaning that not only can you run this way, but as you're running this way you can go back and forth, and hopefully I'll have some video up here. And so you navigate your way through the level. They use some physics engines, it looks like, for some block movement, because there's some times where you have to bust through some blocks and things like that. They used some falling blocks to where once you step on them you only have like a second or two, and then the block falls, and if you're still on it you fall with it. They use some laser beams to deteriorate health. If I remember correctly on this one, they had some coins, or some kind of a token that you had to try to grab as many of as you're going through the level. It is in early development. but I had a lot of fun with it. I played it on the PC because it is going to be made for the Vita, but I used the Unity 3D web version to play on my computer and just played with my keyboard. I guess I have a Bluetooth controller that you guys probably saw in the previous unboxing that more than likely I could have got work with it. I didn't even think about that, but that might be something that I do in the future for these indie games that are going to be on console, but since they're in the beta stages, I have to play them on the PC, which isn't an issue at all. But so overall, it was a pretty fun game. You obviously, from the video that's going to be up here, you can tell it is in early beta, but I had a lot of fun with it. I think it'll be great for the handheld. I'm sorry, Excamedia, if you don't really like this comparison or if that's not what you're going for, but the way that the world was shaped, the level was shaped, and things like that, it reminded me somewhat of a Little Big Planet style, not the art style, and not necessarily that the way the 3D is integrated into the side scrolling, but the shape of it, because it's kind of curved, and you still have that side scrolling, and you do have that 3D aspect where you can move back from the background to the foreground and backward and the other way. Sorry, a little confusing there. From the front to back and back to front. That's what I meant to say. So I had a lot of fun with it. I'm excited to see more. Hopefully, you guys, Excamedia, if you see this, you will send me some more levels as you get them complete, because I'd love to continue to play it. I think that indie developers, especially if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. I think it's on Netflix. It's called Indie Developer or Indie Dev the Movie, Indie Game the Movie. Really, really shows you that being an indie developer isn't what a lot of people think it is. It is really, really difficult. A lot of them are very underfunded, and it's hard whenever a lot of these guys, it's a full-time job, so they can't afford to have another job, because you are literally working like 18 to 20 hours a day or more on your game, trying to get it completed with one or two people. You don't have 150 people to help make this game, so it's all on you. You have deadlines, you're dealing with big companies like Microsoft and Sony and probably Steam now, and Android and Apple, the Google Play Store and all that. So it's a lot of pressure for one person. So guys, if you find a game that you like, please, and I am guilty of this, I would, especially whenever I had my iPod Touch and my iPhone, I would jailbreak my phone and I would get all the games for free because I didn't want to pay for them. But after seeing Indie Game the Movie and talking to these developers, it's changed my perspective on the game market, especially like mobile handhelds and things like that, and the Xbox Live Marketplace and things like that. Support these indie devs, because whether it's something that you're going to spend hours on or not, they may end up being, even though they're an indie developer now, they may end up being the future, people at companies like Activision or EA or Ubisoft or any of these big companies that are making these AAA titles that you are spending $60 for. But if they can't get their own game out, it's very discouraging and it's not good for their mental health. So definitely support them. They deserve it. A lot of these guys have Kickstarters as well. As Excamedia is going to have a Kickstarter here soon, and I will keep you updated on that via Twitter or YouTube and try to get you a link to that. Definitely support them, guys. They deserve it. So Excamedia, definitely check them out. They have a YouTube channel, YouTube/Excamedia. I'll put a link down below. And I think that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Definitely keep checking back for updates, because I'll probably do more videos from these guys as I get more levels sent to me. Hopefully you guys will send me some more. But what I've played so far, guys, keep up the good work. It's going to be a great game, I can tell. So y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.